Alright, welcome back everyone. Toxic again. This is season 2 of my little series. Today is Total Drama High School. And today we're doing the Jocks feat with Tyler. With Tyler, Eva, Joe, Duncan, Brick, and Priya. The popular crew, like the popular kids with Lindsay, Alejandro, DJ, Lashana, Kitty, and Julia. The nerds, Noah, Cody, Beth, Harold, Sam, and Cameron. And finally the one of the hardest ones to place, the losers with Ezekiel, Leonard, Izzy, Tess from the Disadventure Camp, Crimson, and Rosa. So let's get to it. So let's see, 24 or 19. All right. So you probably tell the first team to lose is the Loners. Everybody, like Leonard gets booted first. It shouldn't be that much of a surprise. All right, next one. I'm gonna have the Loners coming first. You guys know the Loners coming first. Then I'm gonna have the Jocks, then the Nerds. I'm actually gonna have Julia get out next. Because a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. Because in the reboot, Julia is one of the better characters. But I feel like she would get Lindsay. He would get mad at Lindsay. DJ being friends with like Lashana. Being friends with Lindsay. Confronts her. DJ being friends with Lashana goes along with it. Kitty and Alejandro also go with it, just for the majority vote. So Julia is eliminated. So sad to see like a fan fave go down that easily. But next up, all right, I'm gonna Beauty lose again, and I'm gonna have like these the former Team Victory, DJ, LaShawn, and Lindsay, and an alliance, and I'm like they're left 3 surviving members of Team Victory. So I feel like they're gonna like boot Alejandro, cause like they're all gonna like Kitty a lot, and with Alejandro, he's just not likable among the rest of the cast. And next up, I'm gonna have the Nerds lose. And sadly, I'm gonna have to. Sam goes here. Nothing really too special happens, just he was one of the weakest links. Alright, and next up, we'll have the Jocks lose. Because Joe and Eva. Joe gets Brick and Priya on her side, while Eva gets Duncan and Tyler. I feel like all in all, Eva will get eliminated because she loses the tiebreaker to Joe. Next up, the Loners are up next. And Ezekiel's really worried because he's the only guy with a bunch of girls. So he's like minding his words. And actually, Izzy causes the defeat. And I feel like Rosa would take like pity on Ezekiel for being out so early each time. So she would get Tess to vote with them to like Izzy, and like that's like a little alliance there. But that's the first 6 out. Like Ezekiel really needs like a good supporting character. Let's go with 18 through 13. the next 6. Next up, gonna have the loners lose again. But with this little alliance going on, Crimson just gets the boot. Not that against Crimson, I love her character. A-tier character. And next up, I'm also gonna have Jocks lose again. And Duncan and Tyler are on the outs. So Duncan goes to Harold on the Nerds. And gets Harold to sabotage the vote against Brick. Since he would be a big threat in the merge. And then next up, I'm going to have the popular group lose next. And I'm going to have Lindsay turn on Team Victory side with Kitty. So, and Sean is bomb to a DJ and Lindsay. Sorry. Lindsay's gonna be out here. The next one, this group wins. And so Harold's like, oh wait, look. This guy's Cameron's really smart, but he's also very weak, so he's an easy target now, so he goes to Beth and Cody and gets Cameron eliminated. Then next up, people who lose are the Jocks. And it's a tie. Duncan gets Priya to flip on Joe sitting her packing. I mean, there's really no. And then I'm actually gonna have the popular group lose one more time. I feel like that they would just flat out lose, no one's fault. And sadly, Kitty would be eliminated here. And now, we got the merge. Welcome to the merge, guys. Pretty decent merge, all in all. But I'm gonna see about all the alliances that would happen in this merge. So I feel like Harold, Lashana, DJ, Duncan would all join forces in the merge. And then they bring Beth and Priya along. Then you got the outsiders, Cody, Tyler, and Noah. And then you got the Loner Alliance, Ezekiel, Tess, and Rosa. Alright. 12 to 7th. I feel like this will be like a regular elimination round. So this will be like a academic thing. And so I'm gonna put the bottom 2 over here. I'm sorry to say this, but he had a really good run. He made merge. I'm saying Tyler gets eliminated here because Ezekiel has a higher level of intelligence, and also Rosa would be on the side helping him out. Duncan's and like main, I feel like then Lashana and Priya will get along, and these 3 break away from the Duncan Harold alliance. let's say that actually I'm gonna give Tess immunity here, and so Duncan and Harold go to test Rosa, and Ezekiel say, "Hey, Priya's a really big threat. She's a former winner, and I think that Priya would get the boot. Nothing against Priya. He took like in her actual season, she's served the dub and all that. So, give me a second. All right, next up. This is just. I'm just gonna have. I'm gonna have Donkey win this next immunity challenge. And I feel like Ezekiel would go to like DJ and say, "Hey man, so Duncan has vote Priya out. I know you guys were close and all that." And then Duncan gets mad at Ezekiel for going to run his mouth, but DJ like, "Oh wait," and so Ezekiel's. Then they boot Harold, which is Duncan's like sidekick. Next up, Duncan wins immunity again, and I'm sorry, but Ezekiel's supposed to go, but he has an idol, plays it, and gets Beth out. She didn't have any plot. She was just there. She was just there as like a placeholder. For next up, let's say LaShawna wins. With Duncan, he goes to Cody and Noah's like, "Hey, look, I know we're 3 not on best terms, but we need you to get out a big target." And so instead of going for Ezekiel, he goes for his closest friend, Rosa. Just to like torment Ezekiel a little bit. And Ezekiel just pretty sad about it, but he still has Tess there to help him up because they got pretty close through Rosa. Right, next up, I'll say Ezekiel wins immunity, and he goes to LaShawn DJ like, "Hey, look, if we can work together to the end of the game, I'll help you out." And so, as a trust thing, they eliminate Noah instead of Duncan, because Noah was scheming the whole game. And there we go. We got our final 6. Alright, this next one's gonna be a team challenge. Last duo to arrive wins. So the first duo to arrive, of course, it will be LaShawna and D. It'll be let's randomize the teams a little bit. So, alright, Duncan and Ezekiel, Cody and LaShawna, DJ and Tess. First one to arrive, Duncan and Ezekiel. For once, they put their differences aside and just work together. Next up is Cody and LaShawna. Next up would be Cody and LaShawna. Sorry, but DJ and Tess will be out here. And DJ and Ezekiel will be pretty floored. So him and LaShawn make a temporary alliance. but Duncan wins immunity. And I'm sorry, but this is where Cody goes. Cody got really far, but he was just like, he was a villain's helper. Harold was a secondary villain. And Duncan was, and, well, we got our final three. Lashana, Duncan, and Ezekiel. And I feel like Duncan would just, with the plot armor, win immunity again. Eliminate Lashana, because he think Ezekiel would be easier to beat in the long run. And next up, I feel like they would, I would get to choose. I feel like the only people who would be on Duncan's side would be Cody, Noah, Harold, Joe, Eva, and Alejandro, while everyone else would be on Ezekiel's side. It's like a dodgeball thing. And I feel like actually Ezekiel coming out on top here. I know not a lot of people get eliminated, but like Ezekiel's considered the worst total drama contestant ever. He has the lowest placement out of everyone in the entire franchise, being booted first out twice. And coming up against Duncan, who is I think is the best total drama player. But if you guys have any please comment your way and how you would do this, and if you agree with the Ezekiel Duncan finale. I feel like Ezekiel had a lot of redemption with Rosa just being there for him. Duncan really shines like the villain that he can be, with Harold, Cody, and Noah just supporting him. And I feel like and I think that's it. This is Toxic signing out. Catch you all on the flip side. Later.